Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'd like to talk to you about this indicator. I call it the last time here indicator. You can get it for both MT4 and MT5 on the MQL5 website. So first I'll just go over how this indicator works and then I'll explain all the settings. So at its core, it uses these zigzag lines and you can change the depth deviation backstep to make these lines longer or smaller. Now the way it works is that it will take this final leg of the zigzag, so the very last zigzag, and it will look for the highest and the lowest points. Then it will go through history, all the past bars that you specify, and it will look for the last time when zigzag had crossed these 2 points. So let me just put these lines. Now as the zigzag grows, then these will keep changing because it will try to detect newer lines. So right here, as you can see, this leg, it went above the zigzag line and below. Now earlier I had tried to actually look for the exact points of zigzag with a little bit of added threshold, but that was not giving me the best results, which is why I now look for any zigzag leg which has a high point above that line and a low point below that line and is in the same direction as the current leg that we are looking at, this one. So it goes through the past, it finds this, and after that you can specify how many more zigzags it needs to draw. So by default we just have 2 and 2. So it past matched zigzag, it will draw 2 extra, and future matched, it will draw 2 extra. So if this line is matched, after that it will draw 2 more lines, and before that 2 more lines. You can set that to something like 5, 6 or whatever. Let me try it with 4. Then you will see that it will draw that many more lines. The reason why this tool works so well is because whenever price starts to make newer higher highs or lower lows, if you try to match it in the past, you will find it very surprising that so many times it uses almost the same highs and lows where price starts to range. It also has this mirroring thing, like if I draw a line over here, it will mirror that in the main chart. But if I draw something in the main chart, that won't mirror it over here because I wanted it only to be one-sided. This is a very important resistance level, and this one is a really important support level where price does this. And let me also add one more line to show you exactly where we currently are. So when we look through all the past times, all these 3 lines, these acted as important support and resistance areas for all the past zigzags. Now the best way to trade with this would be to find these really important areas where price starts to range, and this one, this final line, as soon as it breaks below this line with a very strong high volume candle, then we can be sure that that support area will soon become a resistance area. Because in the past, as you can see, price slows down, breaks through, and after that this acts as a resistance for a little while. So you will again and again see all of these important areas. It doesn't matter which time frame you switch to, or if you switch pairs. If you draw those important areas, like right now, price went from here to here, and you will see that a lot of times in the past, right here we only have one match. Sometimes you might find that certain pairs your history isn't loaded. Like right here I am on this one for M30. So I only have these many bars in my database. If that happens, be sure to just go to that pair and click download to make sure you have more of its history. So let me try some other pair and I'll just use the default values. And sometimes if price is in a very slow market, like you find these ranges, then this zigzag line, it will be matched quite often. So you might get a lot of past matches. So you can also set, like if you want max patterns to find, then you can set those over here. So the more patterns you find, the better chance you will have at finding a really good trade. Okay. Use the default, and look back bars by default are 10,000, which is good enough. Right here, as you can see, our current leg, it goes from here all the way till here. And if we look at the past, the closest match I think we would find is something like this kind of price pattern, this happened right here. So now if I can increase the future look back, the matched future count to maybe 4 or 5, press OK, and then I'll once again look back in the past and I'll see that price had started to go over there, and anytime price reached this level, it started to range over here and then it reversed. And quite often it broke through that level and continued downwards. And it used this level as an important resistance area, which is why right now I would not place a trade immediately. I will wait for a high enough volume bar to break through, and once I know that this has now become a resistance area, then it would be a better trade. Otherwise, it might break through and then use this as a support, and it might also reverse back. This indicator, it does not really have anything that indicates trend, etc. I would suggest that you use it with other important validating indicators, something that helps you find the ongoing trend. So last time here, this indicator is only useful to help you figure out exactly what had happened to price when it was last in these areas, when it was ranging around certain areas. So let's just go over the settings once. And if you want, you can set multiple indicators on the same chart. The prefix will be important for that. Let me just try this prefix. This will be the default, and let me try adding it one more time, and let me try another prefix. And I can set any trade pair I like and any time frame I like. Like right now we are on H4, so we can keep it at current, or we can also change the time frame to anything, and for that particular window it will use these values. Let me just make this slightly bigger. So right here, as you can see, it will also show you the bar numbers where it matched, and it will show you the prefix which you used. The first, this one ABR1, that's the prefix, and after that it uses the sub window number, so you don't get confused even if you use the exact same prefix. Like if I just use this in both of them, that will be fine. But the problem happens if I unload one, it will delete all the objects for that prefix. So just to be sure that none of these get mixed with each other, you can just set a unique prefix. So now these multiple charts, these will be extra useful in case you basket trade. By that what I mean is, let's say you are trading like AUD USD and AUD JPY. If you are trading based on a particular currency and you just want to compare, the better results you will get. Like instead of 4, if I ask it to match 10 patterns, if I ask both of them, then I'll just get better results. And with basket trading, the best thing is like comparing the pairs. If we compare like what had happened right now with this pair compared to what had happened in the past, so you will see even though these swings look big enough, but over here in this chart it looks like a very small move. And if you look at the past moves comparatively, you will see that the last time zigzag lines had crossed this way, the moves were that much bigger. And when that happens, you see really small lines over here. In that case, you know that currently we are mostly ranging and it's not trending as much as we would have liked. Whereas for this one, this pair, I can see that this move is big enough compared to when it previously had this zigzag lines broken. Like this line and this line and this line. These are the ones which will be compared, and everything else is it just drawing past and future lines. So just tinker around with these settings. You can download the demo version, and I will also put a demo version on my Telegram channel, so you can check that out. It will be free to use for 1 month. I think that using this with other validating indicators would be the best idea. But just let me know what more features you would like for this detection of these zigzag lines. And I really hope that you enjoy using this. Yeah, that's it for this one. And thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks, guys.